plot 25. It is the 1st of May today. I can't believe it's May. The year has gone so quickly already. But it's lovely and warm. The sun has been shining the past few days. So I've popped down to do a little bit of watering. It's currently about 7 p.m. Although the sky looks quite dark, so it looks like it might rain. The weather forecast hasn't said it's going to rain, so I'm going to do a little bit of watering just in case and watering the greenhouse. But also, I'm very behind, I feel, on planting and sowing. I did have a quick look through my seeds last night, and a lot of them do say you can plant in May, so I think I'm better off than I thought. But one thing that I did see was these organic ratio broad beans from Real Seeds, and actually it says to sow in early spring, late Feb to mid-April. So I am behind, but I thought, let's just get them in. Hopefully they will be okay. They only grow to about 2 foot tall, so they don't need a lot of support. So I'm going to plant them in this bed, give them a good water in, and hopefully they'll be okay. And then just get a little bit of a head start on the weekend, because I don't have a lot of time here now. Ooh. Nice. Right, so it says 6 to 12 inches spacing in double rows, and then 2 foot from the next double row. But I think I'm just gonna plant 4 rows. Yeah, I'm gonna sow 4 rows. Is that about? Oh, that'll do. Doesn't it say how deep to sow them? I'm not gonna sow them too deep, but I'll also try and get something to cover them with, just to try and prevent mice or rats getting at them. See what I've done now. Is someone in there? No. One. Oh, perfect. That was literally the exact amount I needed, I think. Unless I'm missing one. No, I planted one there. That was the perfect amount. Unplanned. Go me. Okay. Right, I'm going to push them in a bit. They've gone already. Has something just... How have I lost them already? How? Right, well, they'll be in there somewhere. I don't know if I'm doing this right. I've never planted broad beans before. Someone did give me some, next door neighbour, gave me some plants of ones that he'd sown. But I planted those over the winter. But I do like to direct sow. Obviously it takes a lot less work and a lot less space than growing things in pots. And as we've seen, I'm not very good at keeping things alive in the greenhouse in pots so far. But my 2 tomatoes that I brought over are still alive in the greenhouse, which is good, but nothing else is alive. But yeah, they're not doing as well as the tomatoes that I've left at home on my windowsill are, so So yeah, I don't know whether I'll continue to bring them over this early in the following years or whether I'll just keep them at home until they're fairly ready. They're still small. I'd hope they'd be a bit bigger by now, because I'm guessing in the next couple of weeks is when I'll be wanting to plant them out, but they're quite small. But hopefully they'll catch up. Okay, I best get this watered. Very exciting news. The peony, the tiny peony that I planted at the front of the plot just by the greenhouse last year, I've just seen it. It's come up. I thought it had died because I haven't seen any trace of it. It's tiny, baby weedy looking stems, but it is there. It's there. So that's great news. Okay, I've done water what's in the greenhouse, then a quick sprinkle over my carrots, parsnips, because it's looking a bit dry, but I do think it might rain. I think it's going to rain. The wind is picking up heavily, so I think I'm just going to go home now. I'm not going to cover this tonight just because the wind's picking up. I need to try and find something, some kind of netting. It's all bundled up and I think I'm going to just struggle with the wind and then it might blow up overnight. So wish me luck. Hopefully they'll survive the night and I'll come back tomorrow when hopefully it won't be stormy. And I'll see you on the weekend. Hello, I'm back. It's actually Monday evening now. It's about 6 p.m. and it's really cold. I don't know where the sunshine has gone. A couple of days ago I was thinking about getting my shorts out and my summer dresses, and now I've got the hat back on. So I did come up to the allotment on Saturday, but I didn't film anything. It was really windy. I think I filmed a couple of little clips, but I didn't speak. But I just got on with some jobs. I was here for about 5 hours. So I'll show you what I did. I didn't come up yesterday. My mum and my granddad came to visit and they just came to my house instead, and we did some work on the garden, which is also in need of a lot of work. But I've got a tip run booked in for this evening. So I've got about 2 hours, probably an hour and a half actually. I've got a load of stuff from the garden from yesterday in the car. Haven't got a lot of room left, but I can maybe squeeze another couple of bags in. So I'm going to collect some bits that I have in bags from here, some of the couch grass and brambles, and I might see what else I can get and then do a couple of more jobs until I need to leave. But let's show you what I did over the last few days. So I cleaned the greenhouse. It may not look sparkly, but it is a lot better. It does actually look quite good on camera. I'm quite glad I didn't film it though, because watching me try and throw watering can full of water over my roof, over my head, well, it would have been entertaining, but it wasn't pretty. It's much cleaner now. It should get some more sunshine. I just used some washing up liquid in a spray bottle and a cloth, and then rinsed it with the watering can. But yeah, I also weeded and sorted the beds out and swept the path. I found a tomato that was growing here. That's obviously fallen from a fallen seed from last year. There was a couple more, but they didn't look too great. But this one looks pretty sturdy. But I don't know what it is, but it's staying. And then I also had a quick cheeky trip to the garden centre. And I bought myself a fig, a brown turkey, and it has a fig on it. And a globe artichoke. I did... someone gave me a globe artichoke last year that they'd grown from seed. It was tiny, just a little baby one, and I planted it and it hasn't come back, so I'm thinking maybe it was too small. But I've wanted one for the last couple of years and I'm too impatient now to try and grow another one from seed, so I've just got that one And then I also bought a tomato. Even though I have loads, this is a Shirley. And look at the size of that compared to my little ones. Are they going to catch up? I hope so. This looks really good. Ooh. So yeah, it has got a lot colder, so I just popped down yesterday and closed the greenhouse up. None of the rest of the seeds have done anything. I think I'm going to take a couple of these home, empty them, start again with some new things. But yeah, that's the greenhouse. It's a job that's been on my list for a while, so glad that's done. I knocked this bed back in with a hammer. I need to do that with some of the others, but I did that so I can put some peas in here. I've popped these in for now, and I need to put some netting up around them and then plant some peas that I've got. They're small ones. They're I can't remember the name of them, but they're dwarf ones, so that should be tall enough. And then I'll figure out what else to plant around there. I've still got so much to do down here. Oh yes, my clematis, or clematis, however you say it. It's flowering and there's so many buds on it. It looks so good. So that's very exciting. It's nice to have some flowers. Not a huge amount happening on the rose yet, but that's fine. Honeysuckle is alive. It looks gangly, but maybe I'll plant some sweet peas up the bottom. I still need to fix that arch, but I don't want to damage anything. This is either a bronze fennel or a dill, because I planted one of each and then my granddad pulled one up thinking it was a weed, unfortunately, but I don't know which one is which. And when you use Google Lens, it says it could either be a bronze fennel or a dill, so that's not very helpful. My chives soon. Oh, also at the garden centre I've picked up a couple of other bits. Oh wait, what are you called? I can't remember. It's one of these. One of these. It was only cheap. And I do want to make this a flower bed. Most of all these seedlings are mostly Nigella, and then there's some poppies spread in as well. I mean, obviously you would thin these out, but I'm just going to let nature take its course and see which ones pop up and which ones don't. And then I also got this. It was this little rose in a pot, which looked really lovely. But then I got it and I wasn't sure what to do with it, because when I got it out of the pot, I realised there's almost like 4 different ones in there. And I wasn't sure. Oh, it's quite spiky. I wasn't sure whether you're supposed to split them up and plant them as separate plants or not. I think I just originally assumed it was a multicoloured one. Yeah, I don't know. And it doesn't say what type of rose it is. It was just in a pot. It was only cheap. I think it was £6. So if there is 4 roses in there, that's very good value. But they're tiny. But I don't know, is it some kind of dwarf variety for baskets or something? Probably should have asked someone. But I don't do that. I just buy things and think of the consequences after. The other big job I did, well, big job, it wasn't that big, but I fixed these, fixed bamboo canes on these because they were just flailing around. So that looks a lot better now, although that one still looks to be leaning quite a bit, doesn't it? Maybe I need to put another... Is it just that? Okay, I need to fix that. But there are parsnip seeds germinated and carrot seeds germinated, which is exciting. So I did give these a bit of a weed. At first I thought they were all weeds, but they're not. But I can see where the gaps are now. Was that everything? It felt like I did a lot more than that. but I think that was everything. So now I'm just going to spend the hour doing a bit more of a tidy up, I think, and getting the last bits to take to the tip. Oh, I've just realised I wanted to bring a bin bag. Never mind. The problem I have sometimes when my granddad comes and puts stuff in bags is if he gets I need to pick them up, and that is too heavy. I'm not going to be able to lift that. Okay, I've got one bag left. I might do a bit of a switcheroo and then just try and get some light things and put those in there. This is basically full of soil. Oh, this is from when we were sieving out the homemade compost to put in the beds. I think there's a lot of stones in here. There's hardly anything in these, but they're so heavy. Okay, it's better. I can fit a bit more in this one, but it is quite heavy. I want to anger the ants. Just a lot of stuff in here. Beetles and woodlice and ants and snails. Hopefully no rats. Someone did post a message the other day to say that they'd found rats in their compost bin on this site. We used to have foxes. The foxes have disappeared. So there would have been very good rat control. Hopefully we'll get some foxes back. They're the couch grass roots, and underneath the ground it's just ecosystems full. It takes so long to get rid of. I have the same problem in my back garden at home, and it has just come back in full force this year. I don't think I'm going to be able to lift it if I put much more in there now, so I'm going to leave it. It's made a dent. Okay, so the car is full. Now there's not much more I can fit in there, but when I was trying to fix the carrot and parsnip beds the other day, I was looking for bamboo canes, and the first one that I used just snapped as I was going through it. And I think actually I've got quite a lot of really old bamboo canes, some of which were here when I took over the plot, and they're not safe to use. So I'm going to go through what I've got and see what to keep, what to get rid of, and I can just take it now. See, I already feel like these are really brittle. Yeah. They shouldn't be able to snap like that. If they do, it's really unsafe. Yeah. These are good. These are the ones I bought last year, I think. Keep these separate. New. I want to build a tomato, like a tomato cage thing with bamboo canes for my outside tomatoes this year. Yeah, okay. So I might need to get some more I don't want to use any that's going to injure me, slice my hand open or put an eye out. Yeah, actually you can quite feel by the weight of them sometimes, actually they just feel really hollow. I have lots of things that I've kept that might come in handy for something, and at some point I should probably start to think about using them and finding something that they can come in handy for. Because now, especially now I'm doing this top section of the plot and I'm building the beds, I'm going to run out of space to do anything else handy with. So rather than buying stuff, I should start having a look at what I've actually kept and what I've got and figure out how to make things from it, I think. Oh, there's definitely a big old one, but I'm not going to get that in the car. I don't think I'd want to use it because it's definitely, but I'm going to leave that, I think. I'll leave it. Otherwise I'm here on my own. If I injure myself, no one's here to call me an ambulance, so. Whoop. That is the one thing about allotments. If you're on your own at the allotments, like right now, I was just having a chat with someone, he's just left. But now it's quite possible that I'm the only one here on this entire site. And the gates are locked, so no one else can get in. But it also means that no one can get to you and you can't get out without your key. So you do have to have your wits about you a little bit. And especially if I'm here on an evening like this and I know no one's around, I'm a bit more mindful about what I'm doing just in case. Because like I said, no one would know. If I fell over and smacked my head, no one's going to find me till the morning. What I'd also, that was easy. What I'd also like to do is move all of this stuff that's here by this shed. I'd like to move that to the back. So once I've figured out what I'm keeping and what I'm not today, another day, I want to kind of make an area at the top where I can keep all of this stuff kind of out of the way. And then at some point I'd like to paint the shed and fix it because there's a lot of holes in the bottom. There's only so much I'm going to be able to do, don't get me wrong. It's very on a wonk, and it's an old shed, but I can pretty up a bit, I think. Especially now I've put that the little Beth's allotment sign on it that my friends bought me for my birthday last year. I feel like it's made the shed look even more shabby. So it would be nice to paint it a brighter colour. Nice bit of wood there. And also in the shed at the top, I've got lots of bits of wood. And I think what I need to do is get it all out and assess what I've got, because I still need to build a few beds. I was thinking about getting another couple of pallet collars, but the opportunity is now gone. I was too late. But I do have bits of wood. I could probably cobble something together. And then I've got a bench without a bottom, without anything to sit on. This bench needs fixing. I've got a couple of tables with no tabletop that I'd like to make a table for, so I can have a little table and chairs there. The shed needs fixing. The shed at the back needs fixing. And there's probably lots of like different kind of frames that I'd like to build. I would like to have some fruit trees running along the side at the top here. Not this year, probably next year. But I've always wanted to do, what do you call it? A espalier, or when you train the trees. But I don't know, I wouldn't know where to start, but I could. If I really wanted to figure it out, I could figure it out. But I can't afford to start buying lots of stuff, so if I've got things that I can already use, I could give it a go. See, these feel like paper. Someone's bought them obviously and never used them, not me. They're all tied together, but I don't think I'll fit them in the car like that. Can I do this without? Oh yeah, actually, it's fine. But I'm going to put these are the ones I'm keeping. I'll put these back in so I don't trip over them. Okay, I think that's all of them. That's helpful now because I know that anytime I pick up a cane, I'm going to be able to use it. And I'm going to want to make some teepees soon. I feel so behind. I was just talking to, and he was just telling me he's got some tomatoes in, he's got some aubergines in the ground that are like this big, and it's polytunnel. He's got broad beans planted, it's peas planted. So I'm really hoping that I manage to catch up. It says me thinking, oh no, it's fine. I'm not that late. My aubergines are like that big. But it has been a funny year because I've been really concentrating on building the beds at the top, obviously. So next year, I'm not going to have to worry about doing that. Everything will be built. I'll just need to focus on weeding, obviously, and actually planting and getting the things in the ground and in the pots. So it's okay if I don't get to grow everything this year. I have already missed out. I haven't got any garlic in this year. Haven't got any like overwintering crops at all. So it's just one of those years, but I have been productive. Right, I think I'm going to try and get these into some compost bags. Otherwise they're just going to be flying around my car. The car is full to brim. So yeah, 8 PM on a bank holiday Monday, I am going to the gym. That is my exciting life. But I've got quite a bit done today. In the couple of hours I was here. So I'm pleased with that. I'm really not pleased that it's so cold again though. But yeah, I also wanted to say that I put my first videos live yesterday, which was exciting and strange, but some people have watched them, and I even have 2 subscribers that are not my mum, as far as I'm aware. So thank you if you've watched. If you are one of my subscribers, say hello, tell me who you are. Thank you very much. And if you are watching and you would like to subscribe and see more videos, please do. It's been nice to see people watching what I'm doing. Hopefully they like it. Anyway, this is the end of the video for today. Thank you for watching if you've watched, and have a lovely rest of your week. Bye.